mid-century, believe it or not.
Okay.
It's been enormous change in the last few months where they've realized what's going on with the Arctic and Greenland and the Antarctic ice sheets. So I'd like to know, is Lee Zeldin going to fight like hell to protect climate change agreements that we've already made and to fight aggressively to slow down and reverse climate change?
Congressman's been very, very open about his positions on climate change. He's made it known that, despite what others may have thought or said, that he's very much aware of climate change and supports the fact that there is climate change. So there's different data. I'm not going to downplay what you're saying regarding sea level rise, depending on where you get it, whether it's how much to expect or not expect. But I know that's an important issue. So climate change is something that's very much on our agenda as it was this term, as it was on last term. So it's something that we'll be paying attention to.
Will Mr. Zeldin work to get a better candidate for the EPA than Mr. Pruitt? That will be a real forceful indication of how sincere he is about helping climate change, particularly here on the East End, where we are so vulnerable.
I think it's important to understand here is that there are three branches of government. The Congressman is in the legislative branch, and what the incoming administration is doing as far as proposing their candidates for these various positions is something that is their decision to make. These are candidates who will be brought through the confirmation process, and it's the way it's supposed to be run. So as the confirmation process wends its way through Congress, that's when you'll be finding out more and more as far as the thoughts of not only the Congressman but all members.
Will Zeldin oppose the confirmation of Pruitt?
No, ma'am. I just said that this is not something that the Congressman is going to do until the process actually begins. Right now we have, the new administration has yet to be sworn in, not until January 20. You have, like I said, the confirmation process won't begin until after that has happened. So until this point, it's really a call of the new incoming administration.
Well, something about Medicare.
Sure.
The Congressman needs to understand the real effect in real time of any voucherizing of Medicare.
Okay.
I was talking to a friend of mine who's on dialysis and has diabetes, and whose wife is in the late stages of dementia. And we were talking about voucherizing Medicare, and he said, if that happens, I will die. And many people will die if Medicare is voucherized, if Medicaid is cut, if Obamacare is repealed without a replacement. These are real people who are going to die. And if that happens in this district, Representative Zeldin will know about it, I promise.
Yeah.
Please, again, we provided these constituent forms, so please use them to put down.
Congressman is already on record voting very opposed to my position on gun control. Is there any softening in his position given the fact that most American citizens are 80 or 90% of citizens are in favor of sensible gun control laws?
I understand what you're saying, and we have already come through the campaign process through 20.
No, I'm talking about the future. I'm not talking about the campaign.
And the Congressman has already made his positions known on gun control.
And is he responsive at all to the fact that many people in his district disagree with him on that particular issue?
I think many actually agreed with him and actually returned him to office where he's being sworn in today. Is there another question?
Two questions. I own a greenhouse, no sure this is on the floor.
Yes.
Today, what day on? Before, every morning I used to walk down to make sure the heat was on or didn't want any pipes broken. Every morning now I walk down to make sure there's no graffiti on the greenhouse or swastikas. What's he gonna do about that? And the hate crimes that are going on in Matticoat High School, there's a tremendous amount of hate crimes in the high schools on Shelter Island, where they're telling all the Hispanic kids to get it together, get in the closet, and get the hell out of here. What's his stand on immigration? And what's his concerns about LGBT?
You're going through quite a number of issues. So, immigration reform is legislation that should be coming through the Congress this year. We expect that's going to happen as far as
Local hate crimes.
locally, as far as hate crimes. Congressman has been meeting with, even through last year, this isn't here, with a number of law enforcement officials from the top, from the highest here in Suffolk County on down, even to your local chief of police and the chief of police here on the East End, to talk about not only hate crimes, but crime as it is. So it's not something that he is not aware of. It is something that we worked on very actively. We're going to continue to do that.
I have a comment on the conflicts kind of an issue about the Trump administration. Congressman Zeldin was one of Trump's supporters,
Yes, he is.
and I believe Zeldin, as my congressman, has some clout or credibility with the president as a result.
Okay.
And one of the issues about the president-elect that is an immediate term issue that very much upsets me is his business empire. And the reason I am so, is his business empire.
Okay, thank
And the
you.
reason I'm so concerned is when my president acts, I want to know he's doing it because he genuinely believes it's in the best interests of this country. I might disagree with him completely. I might think that his policy is insane. But I want to know that he's doing it for the best interests of the people. And when he has personal ways his businesses could be hurt or benefited by his interactions with foreign powers, there is no way to know for sure. And there is only one solution, and that is real divestment. And he needs to hear from people like Congressman Zeldin in a very public and direct way if this is going to have any hope of being addressed. So will the congressman take a public stand on Trump's need to divest before Inauguration Day?
Again. Again, that's why we're here today to meet with you. That's why I have these constituent forms. These are important that you fill them out and you bring them to his attention so we can actually get you the answers that you're seeking. I'm not going to stand here today with staff and say that we have those answers, and we're going to be telling you what the congressman is going to be saying regarding every single move or decision that the incoming administration is either making or contemplating. These are things that are right now being made and are very fresh. So, but again, there's a process where, particularly where the nomination process of these people
No,
are coming
I'm talking
in.
about the
Well,
president
I understand
himself,
as
and
far
it's
as the
2 weeks
president is
away,
divesting. I
2.5
understand what
weeks
you're saying.
away.
Yes, and I know you of the belief that he has some clout to talk to the president, the incoming president.
More
about
than I
this.
do.
So, again, you have a representative who's here to listen to all of your concerns, whether it's on the North Fork, whether it's on the South Fork, whether it's Brookhaven or Smithtown. So, and that's what we do. That's what our office is known to do. So we will continue to do that.
So we
I'll
look
bring-
forward to a
said-
statement.
I will be, excuse me?
So I'm going to look for a statement, and if it doesn't come, it'll
If
be
you're looking for-
glaringly
if you're
obvious.
looking for a statement, again, the Congressman will respond to you if that's what you're seeking.
I'm looking for a public statement before January 20.
Right.
If
Please
it doesn't
write that-
happen, it doesn't happen. If
Please
it doesn't
write-
happen, it is a statement.
Please write that down if
I
that's what
will.
you would, that's
It's
what
in
you're
the letter.
requesting.
Yeah, but I'll write it down.
Somebody's in back of you.
I'm particularly concerned about the world around us and his